Hi guys, got a War Machine Hordes battle report for you today. Haven't really been doing them for a while, as you know, but I thought I'd just do one today to celebrate the fact that my friend Dave painted up my conquest and it's looking really cool and I'm very happy with it, so I took it out for a bit of a spin. Just so you know, guys, in the meantime, I've been playing a lot of poker, not so much online, but in person at bars and pubs and things, and doing really well with it at the moment. So that's one thing that's kept me sidetracked from YouTube, and obviously my novel, which I'm continuing to write, hopefully finished mid next year. And still going to War Machine Hordes tournaments, but generally not finding enough time to do the bat rep, so sorry about that. As you can see, the Conquest looking really good, and here's the rear view photo of it. My friend Dave's just basically gone over it and done a whole lot of weathering. I think he's put down some sort of black marks around the edges, then covered that with some silver, just to show the bare metal and so on, which looks really cool. So on to the game. I'm playing against my buddy JS, who defeated me the last tournament, and actually the tournament before that as well. He's playing Rask with his Gators, but I must point out that he's playing a very unconventional Gators list. He's only got two Get 'em in Posse units, and he's got Wrong Eye Snapjaw and a Spitter in there instead of any Rasslers, so it's not your optimal Rask list, and he's told that to me. As you can see, I'm playing Vlad3 with Outriders and Ulans and a Conquest, which isn't really the optimal 3 Vlad list. I think 3 Vlad list is probably better off with stuff like Pikemen, Drago, Great Bears, that sort of thing, but trying something else out. In fact, this list isn't actually too bad, although I would swap the Ulans for Pikemen and the Draken for Fenris if I was going to play this kind of list. The Outriders aren't terrible. It's just that they are your Hand of Fate target, and they need Hand of Fate to be effective. So scenario, we didn't have the templates exactly where they're supposed to be, and there's a forest in the middle of the table, which is annoying. But I won first turn, so that's the most important thing for getting the midfield. If you don't win first turn against Rask, it's very difficult, as Kador, of course. He's set up here, basically deployed in a fairly standard fashion, no real surprises. Croak Hunters, the two of them, he's been trying them out lately. They're a fair bit of fun. They surprised me this game by having Weapon Master against Living, which is awesome, poison. First turn for me, just getting up really far on the field because I'm expecting to come forward in feet, in which case I can't really attack him, so then you have to back off a little bit, then fight over the scenario after that. So it's a bit annoying having to play that turn of, just, the blank space in the middle of the game, but that's just the way it is with some of these Warcasters and Warlock feats. Hand of Fate are on the Outriders back there too. Another annoying thing about Ulans is that you have to stay 3 inches away from the Doom Reavers, otherwise you take an A-bomb check, whereas you don't have that problem with Iron Fang Pikemen, especially the Black Dragons who are fearless. The other fight Pikemen are basically command 10 with a reroll if you've got the Covenant. Next image, just another look on the other side here. We've got some Widowmaker spread out, and the Draken unfortunately didn't really remember that the Spitter can walk forward and shoot quite a long way, so I should have grouped my guys, or spaced my guys out a little bit better, but I think he only killed 2 with the return shot. So next photo, as expected, the whole Gettleman army runs forward. We've got inhospitable ground is what I was looking for there, with Fury on the Gettleman with a red mark on their bases. Dirge Mists up, and the Spit having a crack and killing one of the Outriders right off the bat. Bit annoying, but the Doom Reavers are still there. Unfortunately, he's defeated, so the Doom Reavers can't charge, and inhospitable ground will prevent me from getting near enough to actually attack the front line of Gatorman. The next photo, my plan here is basically just to go in and pick off 1.5 Gatormen with the Outriders, which I did. Left one on 5 boxes or 3 boxes or whatever, and just jamming with the Doom Reavers. I tried a really stupid move here, which was to shoot the front row of Doom Reavers, shoot the Doom Reaver jamming the front 3 Gatormen, trying to get a crit, which would send the Gators back and knock them down. That would have been really effective, but obviously you're relying on the crit, and I forgot that if I put Hand of Fate on him, I'd lose Infernal Machine. So I decided just to shoot at him anyway, which kills the Doom Reaver and does no damage to the Gators, so just a terrible move. Other than that, just jamming as much as I can with a couple of them and keeping a couple back so that I can actually do some return attacks, although it's not going to be very effective now that I lost the middle one, which is really stupid. So next turn, he can obviously clear me out a fair bit. You can see his front row in there. He's got Rask right up the middle. Rask is very hard to kill with those Bog Trogs back there. Some people don't play the Bog Trogs, other people ambush with them. In this particular list, he's playing them basically as the bodyguards for Rask. You don't really need to do that, but they're also quite effective when they're charging as well with Gang. And so not Gang, I meant Powerful Charge. So, next turn, the Croak Hunters come in, quite a good shot of them there. The job of the Croak Hunters is actually get rid of the lone Ulan blocking the route for the Gators to get through, and they do that successfully with their Whipmaster attacks, Whipmaster due to poison that is, and decent mat on the charge because they've got Gang Fighter, which is a really good rule for them. I guess you take them in pairs. Obviously not very good against Cricks, as we know, but they did the job against that one Ulan. Next photo, the other Gatormen run in here, fortunately didn't fail a terror check, but they do kill the other Ulan. Now I can charge back here with 3 guys and actually get some kills, but I'll have to take another command check. I believe I'm on a command 8, so it is kind of scary, and that's really why you want the pike, well, one of the reasons why you want the pikemen there. Also, when you feet and try to sprint back with the Ulans with dash, it's quite hard to get Vlad, making that happen, and if they pass tough checks, it just shuts you down, so really not the right unit for 3 Vlad in my opinion. So next photo, as you can see on the left hand side, he has come in here and cleared up a few of my lone stragglers. He's taken out one of the Outriders and he's got the Doom Reavers, but as you can see on the left hand zone he's only got 3 Gatormen contesting, so next turn I might be able to clear them out and net 1 or 2 points straight off the bat. On the right hand side things aren't going too well. In the attrition side of things I'm bound to lose a lot of infantry, but it's really going to come down to whether the Colossal dies at the end of the game or whether he can score off one of the zones quicker than me. Next photo, did something really stupid here with Vlad charging in against 1 Gator, and obviously the stick by itself is only power 14 with the brutal charge. In fact, we may have forgotten about that. Yeah, I think I tried rolling with power 12, but he has brutal charge. I think I forgot that during the game, so it wasn't such a bad move, but obviously if Vlad fluffs here and doesn't actually get the kill, and I'm down to 3 focus, he can't sprint back, so onto the speed turn it would have been very unsuccessful. I've also got to stay away from Wrong Eye and Snapjaw and the Swamp Horror, so sprinting back's really essential there because I think it's potentially a 15-inch threat range with balanced charge and push and everything from that Snapjaw back there. So next photo, indeed, actually standing still with the Colossal and blowing away one of the Gatormen close, in fact 2 of them with his guns. The Draken kills the 3rd one, and I left one of the Gators on 2 boxes, so the Widowmakers came and polished them off. So that secures me the zone. Because you need 5 points to win, I decided I only need to pick up 1 here and then dominate twice to get the 5, so that's why I didn't bother with sending Vlad around the other side. Vlad has helped kill the Gators, which has allowed me to move in with the Ulans on the other side. As you can see, every Gatorman you can kill is so important in this sort of matchup, and now he's sort of reduced to his beasts, which are more than enough to kill the Conquest, but he's going to need 2 of them rather than just sending the Swamp Horror in by itself, because the Swamp Horror is expected to kill 2/3 to 3/4 of its grid. So if he does that and doesn't finish off in 1 round, then I can actually take out a Swamp Horror and be in a good position. Next image, he actually leaves Wrong Eye in a bad position in the following turn. He wipes out the Ulans and scores a point there, 2 points even, but due to some activation sequence or positioning, he needed to get Wrong Eye around here with 2 transfers. So the plan here is simply to charge Wrong Eye with the Conquest and kill him, which nets Snapjaw at the same time, so I can then run Vlad around to the other zone and collect 2 more points, putting me on 3, putting me in arm's reach of winning the game, and that will mean he has to actually commit to trying to kill the Conquest with his Swamp Horror. If he fails to do that, then what I can do is just kill the Swamp Horror with the Conquest and clear out the zone, hopefully, and win. Now, what I thought he might try and do here is actually to run something like this, the Bull whatever it's called, the Ironback Spitter, into the zone on the other side and keep the Swamp Horror there. And try to just prevent me from clearing up the zone while he gets to 5 points quicker, but he didn't end up doing that. We'll just go to the next photo because this is the situation. As you can see on the left, I've got the battle mechanics behind there. Vlad's ready to actually, kill whatever attacks the Conquest. His hands are in the way of the photo. In fact, if I'm looking at the right one, no they're not. I've got the Grey Lord Outriders right in front of the Spitter, and just trying to make it as hard as possible for him to actually charge in with the Spitter, although he's going to be able to accomplish it. I just want to reduce the number of activations that he can use to attack the Conquest with, and Rask may indeed be too far away to actually put Fury on both of them. I'm not sure what the situation is there, but he's definitely going to get to 5 points pretty quick unless I get there. I've only got 1 way to make it to contest the zone, and contesting the zone is going to be very difficult with anything else, so a bit of a tough time. Next photo, Swamp Horror goes in there, rolls ridiculously high for the first couple attacks, but pretty average for the other ones, and gets me down to about 14 boxes left. But the problem is that he doesn't really have, after Rask is activated, that is, he doesn't have anything else with Fury, so The best sort of damage you can put out is the Ironback Spitter with power 15, and to get through 14 boxes he needs to roll pretty well. So next photo, he's moved in with the little gator there, I forget his name, the bull snap or whatever it is, and does manage to kill the Great Lord Outriders, which I've moved in to block the Spitter. So he is able to move in with the Spitter and attack the Conquest. But as we see in the next photo, he comes in, doesn't quite manage to kill the Conquest. I've still got the left arm and Cortex up and running, which is crucial, because I can upkeep Infernal Machine, give him 3 focus, and hopefully take out both beasts with the Conquest and the help of Vlad, and then we'll go from there. But he has reached 4 control points this stage, so not only do I have to clear the zone, but I also have to contest his zone, which could be a bit difficult. So going to the next photo, here's how I achieve it. 3 focus to the Conquest. All of the mechanics fail their checks except for one, who just repairs the other arm. The Conquest destroys the Snapper, the Spitter, in 2 hits and kills the Swamp Horror with the other 3 hits. So nice, very nice effective activation for the Conquest there. Probably the new paint drop, that's what it's from. Anyway, Vlad casts Dash, moves up so far that he can actually still stay in the zone and dominate it, and the lone Outrider that didn't get killed by the Bog Trogs, luckily, is able to run, ignoring free strikes, into the zone to contest it. Otherwise I would have had no choice but to send the mechanics in there and try and actually kill both beasts with only one arm, which looks like it could have been possible, because if I'd done that, I wouldn't have needed Dash, and Vlad basically charges the Swamp Horror after it's had 2 hits from the Conquest and spends 3 focus trying to kill it, which I think he probably would have been able to do. But it was a very, very close game, as you can see, and quite a good one, and great to have the Conquest back in the field. I really enjoy playing it with 3 Vlad. Drago's probably better, but Infernal Machine's great on it, and if you can use Vlad to somehow take out all the threats to the Conquest, or use Outriders or his feet turn to eliminate a lot of infantry, you can play it pretty well. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this one. We'll see you next time.